Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Huber begins now.
Meanwhile, Tasmanian aged care providers are pleading for that budget funding to funnel into rural areas. Management of this facility in Deloraine fear without a significant investment in statewide aged care, homes like theirs may close.
Our community deserve to have that peace of mind that they will have access to secure, safe and quality aged care into the future.
They're also calling for staff to be paid more. Senator Jonathan Duncan says he sold himself to Liberal pre-selectors as someone who can win votes at the next federal election. His top spot on the Liberal Senate ticket was revealed yesterday in a move which saw veteran Senator Eric Abetz demoted to the hard-to-win third spot.
I do have a great proven track record. I am focused on the future. I am someone who is approachable and that I believe can win votes. That's what I told the pre-selectors, and on that basis they made their decision, and I happen to lead the ticket.
Jonathan Duncan says Eric Abetz told him he was very pleased for him in a conversation after the announcement. It's a day to celebrate our mums, and around the country some have received the best present they could possibly ask for, welcoming a new member to their family. But Mother's Day can be challenging for many. One Victorian couple endured years of heartbreak and disappointment until finally late last year their fortune changed.
This Mother's Day feels like a miracle for Laura and John, one they weren't sure would be possible.
My testicular cancer sort of put a spanner in the works, and that was Laura's choice.
Yeah, I knew from our first date that it might be a challenge to have a baby.
But late last year, their luck changed. After a staggering 15 cycles of IVF, years of surgery, injections and heartbreak, came the best news they could have hoped for.
And that is pregnant. That's a good strong line.
Still coming to terms with the news.
The fact that he's alive is a miracle, and the fact that we're having a baby is a miracle. So we've been doubly blessed.
Yeah.
It's been a day for celebration for many around the country, receiving the most precious gift of all. At the Hobart Private Hospital, it was the perfect start to Mother's Day for one mum, welcoming her new son at 8:30 this morning.
Yeah, it was a lovely Mother's Day present to wake up to.
He's the youngest of 3 boys, his older brother celebrating his 8th birthday yesterday.
He actually said he would have liked the baby to be born on his birthday, but I don't think he'd really thought about the implications of that.
While a name is still in the works, for this mum, one thing's for sure.
It's going to be one of the loveliest Mother's Days, one I won't forget.
Meg Sides, 7 Tasmania News.
A trapped German Shepherd has been saved after plunging 5 metres into an old mine shaft in Beaconsfield. It bears parallels to the infamous mine collapse 15 years ago, with incredibly one of the rescued miners involved in the search.
Bear, the 5-year-old German Shepherd, is one lucky dog. By his owner's admission, he's no stranger to trouble, but becoming stuck in a mine shaft is a first.
I'm exhausted, absolutely exhausted, had no sleep whatsoever.
The dog bolted from his Beaconsfield home late last night. His owners searched for hours and couldn't find him, but then
We heard this little whine and we went, oh my goodness, there he is, like it was far away in the distance, so we kept calling to him.
he was trapped in this old mine shaft, a 5-metre fall from the top. The SES and TFS crews joined forces using safety harnesses and ropes, and after 4 hours hoisted the perilous pooch free.
I was the one that lifted him out, yes.
The SES guy, I just said, mate, I'm going to call you the Hulk. Like, that's a 45-kilo dog.
Emergency services volunteers say they were as shocked as any when they were called here in the early hours of this morning, and through decades of experience haven't been involved in a rescue quite like this.
Rather unique and a very successful outcome, as is most of our rescues.
A rescue mission eerily similar to the 2006 Beaconsfield mine collapse. Today marks 15 years since Brant Webb and Todd Russell emerged on the surface after almost 2 weeks trapped a kilometre underground. The man charged with remotely coordinating this search for Bear, Todd Russell himself.
I was released from underground. Todd, I said, you're you're an Australian hero, mate. You're an absolute legend. I said, I know who you are.
He was so calm. He knew exactly what to do. He knew how to calm me down.
Not the way Emma pictured her Mother's Day, but the outcome...
The best Mother's Day present you could ask for. Don't tell the kids.
Garth Burley, 7 Tasmania News.
Hundreds of Tasmanians have pounded the pavement in the annual Mother's Day Classic this morning, raising money for breast cancer research. Some taking part for fun and fitness, while for others the event held a deeply personal meaning.
On a bright and sunny Sunday morning, this park at Howrah turned pink. Mother's Day starting early for this group, putting their activewear on and working up a sweat for charity.
It's always about making Mother's Day mean more. So we get out, we see the families, we've got dogs this year as well. So yeah, it's always been a family affair.
After being run virtually last year, the Classic was back in its traditional fashion, with Governor Kate Warner among those taking part. Everyone warming up to ensure there'd be no snapping of muscles, with a couple of Cape Crusaders lending a hand.
Out here pumping it up every year,
bringing the love.
get everyone excited, getting them more involved and getting them to make donations.
Great opportunity to get out and about with lots of other people sharing the same idea.
And then it was onto the track. In its 24th year, the 5-kilometre fun run plays a vital role in raising awareness for breast cancer research. With 55 women a day diagnosed, it's an illness many participating today know all too well about.
So my mother had breast cancer and she's a breast cancer survivor last year. She's going strong now, she's amazing.
Both my aunt, my father's sister and one of my first cousins have both passed away from breast cancer, so I think it's a wonderful opportunity.
It's a historic year for the event, debuting in Devonport and Launceston. The cool temperatures not dampening the spirits of those who ventured out.
You know, for us all growing up, I think it's a really important cause to keep supporting.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
Meanwhile, those out and about in Bellerive for Mother's Day have been treated to a musical surprise. This morning, Kelvin Smith and his piano took to the River Derwent, allowing those on the land and river to enjoy the melodies. Kelvin is best known for playing his piano in some of the most beautiful places around the state. In the NBL 1 now, our northern sides had mixed fortunes against Eltham in Launceston last night. The Launceston Tornadoes suffered their second loss of the season, going down by 13 points. After a tight first half, the Wildcats dominated the second, scoring 45 points to 24. In the men's, the Northwest Thunder came from behind at half-time to secure an 87-69 win. Joseph Chilcott top scoring for the home side with 18 points, the Thunder are second on the ladder. South Hobart has replaced Kingborough at the top of the NPL Tasmania table after defeating the Lions 2-1. A double from Nick Morton setting up the win, with the Reds still undefeated after 6 rounds.
Sitting 1 and 2 on the ladder, the clash between South Hobart and Kingborough shaped as a critical early season contest. South taking the lead just before the half-hour mark, with Nick Morton slotting home. Their lead doubled in the 77th minute after being awarded a penalty. Morton stepping up again. Kingborough grabbed a late one, but it was too little too late. South replacing the Lions on the top of the ladder. That result opened a door for Glenorchy Knights to also move up the table. Facing Riverside, the team opened its account in the 5th minute through this cheeky chip. Its second one wasn't bad either. The home side pegged one back from the spot, but the Knights sealed the win in injury time to move into second. At Valley Road, reigning premiers Devonport was looking to get its spluttering season back on track against Clarence. The home side took the lead just before half-time in scrappy fashion, before the Zebras levelled the scores midway through the second half. But the Strikers secured the 3 points with minutes to play from a corner, recording a narrow 2-1 win. And Olympia made light work of Launceston City at Warrior Park. 3 first-half goals from the Warriors all but ending the match, as they ran out comfortable 4-1 winners. John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
The Northern Hawks have thumped the Kingston Blues by 37 points to remain undefeated in the state's Premier League netball. The Cavaliers also flexed their premiership muscle in a physical contest against Cripps. The second-place side was too strong in front of goal in the 24-point win.
Good evening. 17 in Hobart today, Launceston 16 and 15 across Burnie and Devonport. 18 was the state's top at Bushy Park, Low Head and St Helens 16 and Strawn 15. On the close-up shows extensive low to mid-level cloud moving over Tasmania from the west. Further out, low-level cloud lies over south-western WA. Tomorrow, a strong cold front runs from South Australia to Tasmania, while a high sits over WA. Northwesterly winds tomorrow 20 to 30 knots, swells up to 6 metres in the west and south and around 1 metre in the north. A gale warning is current for eastern, southern and western coastal waters from St Helens Point to Stanley. A strong wind warning for all remaining coastal waters, Frederick, Henry, Norfolk Bays, Storm Bay and the southwest and central plateau lakes. And a road weather alert is current for most of Tasmania for slippery roads following a dry spell. Tomorrow's forecast now: Hobart 17, showers easing across Dover and Ouse. In the north, Launceston and Scottsdale expecting showers 16 in Devonport. Burnie tomorrow 16, 15 in Strawn, showers and wind easing in Stanley. St Helens showers increasing 18 at Swansea and showers clearing for Ross. Looking ahead to the 3-day forecast, Tuesday fine with patchy morning frost about. Wednesday, showers developing in the evening about the north. And Thursday, showers about the north extending statewide in the afternoon. Capital cities 25 and mostly sunny in Perth tomorrow. Adelaide showers easing and 26 in Sydney. And currently Hobart 16 and cloudy, Launceston 12 and Devonport 13. That's all for weather tonight, Lou.
Beautiful, thanks for that, Jackie. And that's all your news for this Mother's Day. Thank you so much for joining us. Kim and the team will be with you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.